use. I've decided that I'm only going to work on the front side of the papers, and I'm going to journal on the back side the meaning of the painting. So after I've done this one today, I'm going to journal on this one and this one so I get caught up. So, and before I get started, I want to show you guys some cool purchases I made. You know, this is the time when you go check out your Winners, your Marshalls, your TJ Maxx. We don't have TJ Maxx, but those kinds of stores. Because you know when they have that little section with paper and books and stuff? Great bargains. I was looking in this book, Rescued Paper Notebook, and I thought this looks interesting. And look at this. It's almost like a journal already made for you. It's a whole bunch of different papers. Look at all different kinds of papers that have been rescued and put in. It is just the coolest. Different textures, lined paper, cardstock. They're all different printed papers. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So this was $2. And it says compared at $10, I guess, but it was $2. That will make a great journal. And another thing I found was this Momart canvas pad. And there's 10 sheets, and they're just pure canvas. So you could use this in an art journaling page if you want to punch out some canvas just for some texture. You could actually do a painting on them, whatever. And there's 10 sheets, and it says for use with any medium. And this one was $3. So it was $12, $5.99, and $3. So for $5, I got these really two coolest books that I know that I will use. So now let's get started on today's word, or today's prompt. Today's prompt is all about power, and not in the sense that you're really, really strong, but in the sense that what do you do if you feel your power is being zapped away from you? I was talking to somebody recently, very, very close to me, and it was two of them, and they were having a lot of problems with people saying a lot of very, very, very negative things about them, almost to the point of defamation of character kinds of things, you know. But with social media, people can get on a rant, and once they start, I don't even think defamation of character fits in anymore. I really don't. Now, I'm using watercolors today, and I've got this pretty purple and blue and some water and a brush, and I'm just going to start my background. I don't want it to be really dark. I just want to play. See, that's almost too dark for me, so I will add white to it later. And more water. There we go. That's kind of, I want that watery, colory look, you know what I mean? And I'm going to cover up my background with blue and purple just initially. And then I'm going to try to play with a stencil using watercolors. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but we'll see. We shall see. But you know what that's like? It's like negativity is such a, it's just so hard on your psyche, on your being, because we all innately want everyone to like us, even though we know everyone isn't going to. I mean, you learn that as you get older. You know what? Not everyone's going to like you, and also you're not going to like everybody. And that's just fine. We're not supposed to. That's not how the world works. But when you feel like people are being very, very derogatory to you, saying mean things, someone told me one time, you just walk in your truth. Like, don't entertain them. Don't engage. Don't get involved in trying to prove who you are. You know who you are. You know what your truth is. You know what you're about. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You do you. Walk in your truth. But the most important thing is, and this is what this person told me, don't let anyone ever shame you, making you feel guilty or feel like, oh gee. And I mean, if these are people that you really truly love and trust, and they're telling you something about the way you are, it's worth a listen, because these are people who love and trust you. But I'm talking about the trolls that feel they have anonymity with the internet and they don't have to put their real names down, and they can say and do whatever they please. Don't take that to heart, because I see this happening and it breaks my heart to see this happening. This isn't even what I was going to be doing today, but I thought this was such an important message that if they need to hear it, so do a lot of other people. So there's my background, and I'm just going to blot it, let it dry, and then I'll be back. Okay, I just want to show you a couple of things I did. I was using this stencil. I just wanted to see how it would work. And you can very faintly see the 3 butterflies there because I used my homemade lavender lace. And then when I was done, I'm wiping the stencil out on this page where I'm going to journal. So at least there'll be some color on there. So anything that I use that I need to dab off, I'm going to do it on this page. So it sort of becomes part of the art journaling, and it'll match the one. Not that it needs to match, but you know what I mean. So now I'm going to take this coppery, what is this? My sprays are all not working great, but that's okay. This one is called, it's a Stampington company, but most of them aren't the colors that are on the label because I've kind of made my own, but it's kind of a rusty one, so we'll just give it a spray where the butterflies are. And just all around, just to add to our background a bit. I have to keep lifting the nozzle of the sprayer. And for me, I don't care if it runs and drips and gets on the page. I could care less. I think that just adds to your page, you know? There, I think that's probably enough, or it'll run underneath. And we'll lift that up and see if we got anything. Kind of, we got some wheels, see? Just adds to the background, and again, I'm just gonna take this and just put it over top like that. And dab it over here. And I'm just gonna let the other page dry. I'm gonna put some more drips from this bottle, is dripping a bit. Of course, when you want it to drip, it won't drip. There we go. I'll just add some of the drips around the page. There. Okay, so I'll be back when all this is dry. So right now I'm going to add some elements to my page. I took a pencil, if you can see there, and I drew a path. So I went all the way up to there, and same thing, except I narrowed the path. So it looks like it's in the distance. And I'm going to just right now just print in here, walk your truth, because honestly, that's what you got to do. You know, when I think I mentioned this, I don't even know if at the beginning of this video, but it's worth mentioning it again. I used to facilitate workshops for soothing the soul, and a lot of times it was to teachers and caregivers and whatever, you know. And the most caregivers and people that do good are also very sensitive people. And, you know, a teacher can have a classroom of 40 kids. 39 of them can be just excellent experiences for that teacher. But she has one parent, I don't even want to say one child, because it's usually the parent, that is complaining about her, writing letters to the principal, to the school board and wreaking complete hell and havoc on this poor teacher's life. And I look at her and I go, but you have 39 beautiful, positive experiences. Why are you letting this one parent zap your energy, take your power, and then turn that power around to make you feel devastated, using your own power to pretty much ruin you? No, 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 no. You can't do that. You just let the beat go on, as my grandmother used to say, because you can't control what anybody does, and nor, whoops, I wrote the wrong word. You can't control what anybody does, and they can't control you. You have to remember that. You just walk your truth. Keep your eyes on the prize, and don't ever let anybody shame you. Okay, everything's all done, and I've got walk your truth there. Then another element I wanted to add, I just had this, it was like I have a pile of stickers and crap like I'm sure everybody else does. And you always hold on to it because you never know when you might use it. So it's this sort of looks like a wheel, but there's a journaling spot on it. So I just crumpled it up, distressed it with vintage photo, and then I'm just going to glue that on with matte medium. And underneath that, though, I want to put these, I cut up some burlap strips. And all of this is just for added texture on the page. And then I'm going to put one down here. And then I'm going to glue my lady down. And I want her to be leaning that way for a reason. So when I come back, all this will be glued down. Before I glue my little lady down, I'm just going to color her up a little bit with watercolors. I just put some on my craft mat. Just going to make her into a kind of a neutral, not really any specific race, because this crap happens to all of us. This particular stamp, I believe it's a Dina Wakley stamp set. Let me see, I've got them here in this mess somewhere. Oh, here, yes it is. It's Dina Wakley, and there's 3 of them. 3 ladies. And her. And she was already pre-stamped out for me, so that was kind of nice. I must have stamped it out and forgotten. It was in the pocket at the front of this journal, already all waiting for me. I was like, hooray, I don't have to cut her out. She's got very sad eyes, but this is called weariness, people. Temporary. So I'll give her hair just kind of a chestnutty brown color. There we go. I've just got a paper towel underneath. And I'm really just trying to colorize her, not really, you know what I mean. Just don't want it to be just a piece of paper. And we'll color her eyes and her dress and her lips and call it a day. I'm going to give her a dress a very contrasting color, like maybe green or something, so it stands out like a dress. There. Grab a green here. Oh, did you guys notice my nails? I ended up going back to the manicurist and showing her what happened to my nails. And she was arguing with me, but honestly, I didn't understand her because she wasn't speaking English. So I wasn't sure if she was like mad at me, and I offered to pay her, you know. I said, just change the color because it's the color that wasn't working. That's why it was peeling, was probably that particular nail polish bottle. So And I said, I'll pay you. And she goes, no, no, no. So maybe she wasn't arguing with me. I don't even know. But she did them in like about 5 minutes flat. Done and dried and ready to go. So, yeah. It's kind of funny. I was like, I don't know if she's mad at me. I couldn't tell. And then the lady with her in the store was just smiling at me. So, yeah, that's my nails. It's really pretty. And now we just have to do her eyes. Give her some blue eyes. Baby blues. So I've just inked up this stamp just to let everybody know that I'm going in that direction. The bike's going that way, and it's okay if I'm stamping over top of my letters that I just wrote. Walk your truth. Doesn't matter. It's just more texture. The elements will all be cohesive and stand out on their own. This is really down. Let's see. Yeah, there you can see the hand. And I don't know if you can see the bike. Yeah, it's right there. But it doesn't matter. We know it's there, right? Especially that hand pointing that way. And then if you can see, there's some... She's tilted that way, like pulling away from this. And these are the people that are trying to zap her power. This doesn't serve her at all. It doesn't serve her anymore. It does not serve me. This does not serve me. So she's leaning away. She's going that way. It says here, be kind to yourself. Walk in your truth. You are enough. And then I'm going to script up here, be strong and stand strong. I'm just going to use my Faber-Castell pen, and I'm going to do it in lowercase. It'd be strong, stand strong. There. Be strong, stand strong. Can you see that? Be strong, stand strong. And sometimes with me, with art journal pages, you need to really look at them and really look deeply to find the meaning and the words and everything. And that's what's so cool about them. Like you look at that and you're like, what is that? It's a wheel, whatever. But then you look closer. Be strong, stand strong, you know? So now I'm going to go through most of this with some charcoal or these kind of pencils. You know these guys. Whoopsie. These are called Conti de Paris pencils. They're like charcoal pencil. There's a black one and a brown sepia toned one. And I'm going to add some color to those waves there, and then I'll be back. So I've done a whole bunch of stuff on here, and the last element I'm going to add is, I just typed it on my typewriter, don't let anyone take away your power. So I'm going to add this to the page, and then I'll come back and talk about my finished page. And while I was, touching up and working on it, so many things came to mind, and it ultimately comes to, when we let people take our power from us, it's the ultimate in bullying, because that's what it does. Somebody takes your power, your energy, the essence of you, and turns it back on you, your magnificent power, so much so that it's so strong that it makes you sick, it makes you anxious, you can't eat, you're stressed. All of these things that are so awful, but when you think about it, that is your power that is doing that. They're taking your power and giving it back to you. That's how powerful you are. But you can't let anybody take your power away. I don't care what they are saying or what they are doing. You have to be strong and stand strong. And it sounds like such harsh words. I know it does, because it's easier said than done. I've been in this situation before where people have talked about me like a dog. Believe you me. But I had to stand strong. I had to, because I had no other choice. You have no other choice. Either you quit or you turn around and go the other way because these people are telling you to do that, or you stand strong. And that's what I had to do. And I learned that. And I realized that when I walk in my own truth, and again, I'll repeat it again, don't let anybody buy into all that crap. What analogy I would use, or a visualization, I would imagine myself inside of a car, and I'd roll up the windows, and it'd be like people are throwing snowballs at the car. They don't get to me. I see them, I can hear them, but they don't actually get to me. And that's what gets me through. My mother was a psychologist, and she used to say when something bad would happen to us, that we would feel that was devastating. So it doesn't really matter what it is or what age you are. If you feel it's devastating to you, it's devastating. And she would say, okay, I'm giving you 1 day. You have 24 hours to wallow in it, cry about it, go to your room, put the covers over your head, do what you need to do. But after that 1 day, you're done. That's what she used to say to us. And that's exactly what we did. After that 1 day, you're done. Pull up your socks, be strong. So you have to say things like, this does not serve me. To focus on those 2 parents or 1 parent that's angry when I have 39 parents that are so positive. It doesn't serve you in any way. It's not going to impact on what you're doing. Remember, these are not people that you trust and care about that are trying to tell you something that you may need to correct on your life's journey. Of course, there's lots of things we need to change. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the negativity, the mean, the hatefulness. Walk your truth. Don't let anyone take away your power. Be kind. And be kind to yourself. If it's social media, get off social media for a while. Take a break. If you need to literally get away, go away. If it's possible for you to go away for the weekend, go where you can regroup and refocus. Because you are enough. You're enough. And to heck with all that noise. Don't listen to the noise. Roll up your window. So that's what I have to say on that. So this is my page. That's what it was all about. And pretty soon she'll have a big old smile on her face. So she's leaning away from the power-sucking people. Okay? Walk your own truth. Go that way. Don't go their way. Because what would it do? What if you do? What if you listen to what these people say? What is that going to do? Absolutely nothing but make you unhappy. So I hope you guys like my page, and sorry about my rant. But this is happening to somebody very, very close to me, and I just really feel for them, and I understand where they're coming from. And I've had this exact conversation with them. So if I sounded really passionate, it's because I had this conversation already. So anyway, wasn't the page I was planning on doing today, but I thought, you know what, if they're going through this, I guarantee there's somebody out there going through it too. So I hope this helped you, and if not, I hope you enjoyed the art. And I can't wait to see. I've seen some people's pages and videos, loving them. I want to add that I added that charcoal pencil all the way around the page so it pops. And some more, you guys. I love it. It's so fun because I know that people are playing along, and it just makes it so cool. So remember to date your work. And like I said, I'm going to journal on that if I can. Yeah, I'm sure if I use a Sharpie, I'll be able to. And I'm going to journal today on the back of this one. So we'll see you next week. Bye.